Last night I went out with friends.
Hey there, only links matter. He asked what the strip on my nose is. I actually just took it off, but it's called hostage tape. What it does is it opens your nostrils and it helps you get in more oxygen. I took it off though because it was coming loose. So yeah, that's the answer. If you're seeing this, there's only a handful of you on because this was somewhat impromptu. But if you are seeing this, let me know. I wonder why the lighting on my iPhone is so much better than it is on my super expensive camera that's in basically the same position. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. So we don't have a whole lot of an agenda, but mostly I just wanted to, well, I was lonely. No, I just wanted to, I don't really know. I don't have much of an agenda. I can't even figure out the end of the sentence. I want to learn SEO. Where and how should I start? This, I have a playlist. I think it's still there. That will teach you the uber basics of SEO. Let me make sure that this link still works. But if you go to SEO101.training, that should take you to a beginner's playlist. Yeah. Oh boy, look how young I was. But yeah, that's where I would start. AI Image Art says hello. Hello, AI Image Art. How's your Pueblo home improvement site? Did you rent it? I haven't rented it because I just kind of forgot about it once not forgot, but like, just stopped working on it once we got done with that case study. I do know that the GMB got suspended because, well, it wasn't a real site. So there's that. But let's go. Why is it not showing my... Oh, because I'm on the wrong tab. Let's go to visibility. We're also on TikTok, although I almost never get any one to show up there. But if you are on TikTok, please say hello. And I just do not get that app. I think that this is probably not accurate. I think that, I mean, I guess it probably might be. But last I checked, we were still at #1 for the main terms. So let's take a look. So let me just share my screen once more. And let's go to Bright Local. Local rank. What's it called? Visualizer. What the hell is it? Rank. Is it tester? I can never remember the URL to get to the fuck. Local rank checker. I don't think that's it. I just looked at this damn thing yesterday. There it is. Oops, that's not it. We want home remodeling Pueblo. In fact, let's just do home remodeling. And we'll do Pueblo SEO. Page 1. Yeah, still number 1. Like I said, the GMB did get shut down, and rightly so, because it was fake. And it was one I got on camera. So I was just asking for it. But still number 1. Cut above. I think this is mine. So I'm still number 1 there. It looks like the home editions page is also ranking page 1. This has changed a pretty good bit since the last time I looked at it. But yeah, I mean, we're still number 1 for home remodeling, which is a pretty big term. So it's still doing well. But like I said, the GMB did get shut down, which is poopy. Let's see. Nafiz says, hey, boss. Faiz says, don't have any orders. Why? Because people don't want what you're offering right now. What's the legit? Hey, what's up, Niles? What's the legit turnover? I don't give out our internal numbers because I have partners and it's not all my data to give out. If it's still getting leads, you can find a biz owner and ask for 10%. Yeah, I should do something with it. I think it is still generating a few. Let me see if I can see when the last time it had leads. They really like slowed down once the GMB got shut down, which, again, was to be expected. What is it? Is it Lead Smart that I was using? Yeah, Lead Smart. And it doesn't look like it's making much. Let's see. Where is sold? Let's just go back a couple months and see. Yeah, it's not made very much. What's that, about $40 or something? So, but it was getting a lot of calls at one point, which wouldn't track, which before we were doing this, it just, the GMB got shut down and then it went to shit. I've heard of Legiit to make money there as a new freelancer. Should I pay anything? Well, what I would do before I pay anything, and this, you can, hopefully this will show integrity, but I would make sure that you have something that people want. The gentleman right below you is a great example of that. He has a great service, which I'll show here in just a second, but make sure that you have something people want, because all the money in the world won't sell a crappy offer. And I'm not saying you would offer a crappy service. I'm just saying that it might, so do that. Make sure that you have a good description. Make sure you have a good thumbnail. Make sure you do, hey, what's up, Robbie? Make sure that you have, it's well optimized and things like that. And when I say optimized, don't think like an SEO. Think like a marketer or a business or somebody. I mean, an SEO is a business, but somebody that wants to make sales. So think about those things before you spend any money. Once you have those locked in, then we can send some traffic to it, and then you'll get some revenue. Niles, yeah, I can see I can see Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and X right now. But let me show you a good example, actually. This is Niles, the guy who's commenting, who's on the screen right now. This is his service. And you can see it's one that I have used effectively. I helped him write the copy for this too. The spacing needs a little work, but the copy looks good. You can see he gets lots of results, and then he talks about what it does and doesn't do, adds to it. And you can see I've used it several times, and he's made a couple other orders with it as well. And it's gotten good results, and that's what matters, right? Like you want, I mean, I don't want to say getting direct results is the only thing you would ever buy, because some things you just need like tasks done, but make sure that you're offering something like this that people actually use and actually need. Otherwise, it's not going to matter. But if you want to, by the way, get a nice quick ranking boost, check out this service from, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Niles SEO. So I'll put that in the chat and in the comments as well. And just so you know that I mean, most of the people here are people that I know. But just so you know that the title to this wasn't clickbait, because I am not above clickbait. Niles. Probably Niels as an American. Okay. So let's go last month. This is my earnings as a freelancer, not as the owner. As the owner, it was not this much. Yeah, see, 407 orders worth $64,681.62. I think the biggest order I got, I'm not going to show that because I don't want to give away the customer's name, but because some people just don't like that. But the biggest order I got was, I think it was like $14,000. Let me see. Where is it? Seller orders. So I'm basically bringing that up because, hey, thank you, Travis. I want to show you that the average sale is actually quite a bit lower than that appears, because that messes up. Is it the median or the mean? I forget. Oh, come on. Yeah, the biggest order I had was 13,770. So if we do the math on that, 13770, see, Control X, Control A, Control C. So 64681.62 minus 13,770 is 50,911 divided by 406. So my average order was about $125, and I made $64,000 in gross sales. And that'll, for those of you that are going to be like, what about profit? I'd say it's probably around 40 grand or so would be profit. I haven't had a chance to get the numbers yet, but something like that. So pretty good, right? Heath says, Niels, does it work for local SEO? Niels says, only Google search, not maps. Can you tell me how I learned Black Hat SEO? Because I've heard from many SEOs, it still works. I don't really know what, I've never really understood the hat thing. And what I mean by that is there's no like definitive list. This is white hat, this is black hat, anything like that. It's just learn SEO that works. Ultimately, I'm very much a pragmatist and a utilitarian. And if something works more than the cost of making it work, then I do it, as long as it's not illegal or like highly unethical. So I don't have a good answer for you on that. Niels says, where do I get that tea? Well, you know what we can do is two things. First of all, you can pick one up. Anybody that wants to pick up any Legiit merch, you can do so at shop.legiit.com. But what I think we'll do here, and by the way, the attractive ladies do not come with the merchandise, unfortunately. But I think what we can do too is just do a giveaway. So let's do a giveaway. And we'll choose this stream. And let's see, what's a word that we can use? What's a good one for today? Let's just say, let's just go legit. Why did it? Oh, that's why. So type legit in the chat, and for the next 5 minutes or so, and then we will pick a winner, and the winner will get the legit merch of their choice. So you can come up here to shop our gear, which does not mean human growth hormone, by the way. It means our stuff. I make that joke every time, and not once has anyone laughed. So apparently I'm the only one that finds it funny, which is discouraging. But we have stickers, coffee mugs, hoodies, a Katy Perry lookalike. I'm sorry, no, that's not what's for sale there. It's the cap that's there. Tumblr, not the DA90 spam site. I'm just going to quit with the jokes. I am not that funny today. The Think Big t-shirt, which I had to change because I got cocktail sauce on it, but that's what I was wearing earlier. Think Big is our slogan, despite what Alex Hormozy tried to rip off. I'm joking when I say that too. So, but yeah, I mean, not that it's our slogan, because it is, but anyway. So, ooh, I need a haircut. So we'll let that go till about 4:40. It's, well, here in Pacific time. Back east, it's a different time. And then what we'll do, I'm going to show you some of the updates that we pushed today. Thank you guys for joining. It's like it was a last minute type of thing. Actually, I can go ahead and show what is here. All right. Well, let's start with the major. Well, yeah, the major change we made was there's two different versions of the logged in homepage now. There's a seller version. Well, let's call it a customer version and a freelancer version. And that's because we are offering significantly different things. What's your inspiration for legit spelling? I wish that the story was that I wanted to call it legit, but really emphasize how legit we were and that one I wasn't enough. That's not the story. The truth is we were, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks into development and we still hadn't settled on a name. I even bought a Fiverr gig to like help me name it, and they were all shit. And we were just struggling. And my partner stumbled on a site called Brandzam, which no longer exists, sadly. But it, what it did was would sell brands. So it would like a branded domain and a logo, and then you could buy it. And he stumbled on Legiit, which we debated for about 10 seconds, and we're like, we decided to go with it. So that's kind of the whole story. And if you go back to, this is kind of funny. If you go over to archive, and look back in like, I want to say like 2015 or 2014. It was, I believe it was an Indonesian coffee shop. I believe it was Indonesian. So technically, it was built on an expired domain, although I didn't realize that at the time. And we paid, I want to say $300 for it. Yeah, let's see. Go back here. That should get me there. Let's just choose a random one. If you're watching on TikTok, you're going to have a better experience on YouTube because I'm like showing my screen and things like that. Yeah, well, I say that because like it was about a minute or two, but it was like I think he said something like, I have this actually saved, but he said something like, I like it and I don't. I was like, yeah, me too. I can see people saying I'm legit or too legit and things like that. And we're like, fuck it. We just need something. Let's go with it. And we did, and it worked out. So yay. All right. Well, let's see if we can't go back a little further. And if not, we'll just abandon this. But usually the green ones are better, but. Hey, Shannon. Yeah, this is Indonesian. Yeah, it was an Indonesian coffee shop back in like 2015. Let's go with English. Yeah, the Triforce has their logo and some sort of scroll. So yeah, that's what it used to look like. All right, let's go ahead and choose our winner. Hopefully I don't win. That's happened before. Yep, let's try again. Congratulations, me. Let's try again. Whew. Nafiz, congratulations, Nafiz, a long-time legit freelancer that we have there. What you can do, my friend, is pick out a piece of merchandise that you want and then go over to legit support and tell them that you won. If it's a t-shirt or something with a size, tell them your size and your mailing address, and they will ship it right out to you. Greg says rigged election. All right. So yeah, let's take a look. Now you see it shows a lot of your freelance. I'm logged in as a freelancer right now. It shows your freelancer stuff here. So your total earnings, that's 3,400,000. What's up, girls? No, and total orders, average rating, total clients, etc. You can track your active orders here and up here as well. That's all still there. And then there's some pending tasks that have to do with the campaign that you're in. And then you can switch this, and I'm going to make this easier and have like a toggle here, but you can come up here and go, you're going to have to stumble to find this, to be honest. Settings, where is it? Account settings. And you can come down here and switch. Again, we'll make that easier. Rigged like the rib. So now if I go back to the home page, you can see that we gave the customer version of the homepage what the Gen Zs call a glow up. So it'll show you, different services you need, an audit, which I'm going to show you here in a second, your top actions, your business health, which is formerly called the Legiit score, some services, some active orders that you've purchased, some trending services, some courses, popular services, and so on. And you can customize the layout. So we're going to add more, granularity for that. So, and then we put the Think Big box. Now, for now, this is just a version of the search box, and it got rid of the stupid, I'm so glad. Before it, LastPass, which is my password manager, kept thinking this was a place to put in your password. So that fixed that. So that's nice. But here you can just type in, PBN links or some shit. Don't type or some shit. You understand. And, you can find suggestions there. And then eventually what this is going to do, it'll have our AI assistant built right in as well. So you'll be able to ask it questions directly here in the Think Big box. So that's the glow up that we gave the homepage. It's just a better user experience that way. We will have a toggle here very soon, so you can switch between customer and a seller. So this is kind of a happy medium between what we always did and what other sites did. Because like on other sites, you have like a freelancer profile and a customer profile. I think they call them buyers and sellers. And I always found that confusing, and a lot of people did too. And we didn't have that, but our customers and our freelancers have different needs and things. So we've given kind of for now, it's going to be like a preset, and eventually you'll be able to customize this whichever way you want with just the rows and columns that you like. So, and I think it just looks sexier too. So That's that. Now, the other thing that we gave, that we improved is the website audit. So what you can do here, and I haven't done one yet because I don't want to do it, and let's put it in advanced mode. And well, let's just start in simple because that's where it'll start. So you're going to click a run new audit, and this will take 3 or 4 minutes. Chris says, with all the SEO success, why not get an 8-ball, a jet, and some baddies and head out to Vegas for the I live in Vegas, so I don't even have to head out. Like literally right there is the strip. Like if I was to point my camera right there, you could see like Mandalay Bay, and you could see the W, and what else? Luxor, you can see Excalibur, New York, Oyo, and MGM Grand, and I'm forgetting one of them right from my my balcony, which is pretty much it. And as far as the 8-ball, I don't get down like that, but I have plenty of baddies. Not really. What percentage of Legiit is SEO? Too much, to be honest. It used to be a lot more in like content and graphics, but AI has did that. So has affected that, which is one of the reasons that we've went the direction that we've gone. But also, anyway, I don't know the numbers. Somewhere around 50 or 60, I would guess. I mean, I could get the number, but I don't know it off the top of the dome. So anyway, this is the basic audit you'll get. And this is just kind of, not just, but this is like some standard stuff that you can improve quickly to improve. You can ask Legiit AI how to fix it. So I don't know what, I mean, I know, but suppose that I don't know what insufficient internal linking means. I would ask the AI. Sheepad agrees that it's a rigged election. Fix insufficient one, and it gives you, and it does these recommendations. This is why it's not up there yet, but these recommendations do need some work. But here's some things that can help, some blog posts and things like that. So there's that, and then you can mark that as complete, or you can hire someone to help you find it, and it'll help you find the best services for you. So there you go on that. Although, yeah, there's that. And then we can switch it over to advanced mode, which will show you the uptime monitor, kind of an overview of what we just looked at, your page speed insights, some opportunities for improvement in your page speed, your website health, your backlinks. No, this is your audit. This is the goal here was to have something similar to Screaming Frog. So we can crawl the different pages on your site and tell you various pieces of information about it, internal links, etc. So yeah. Yeah, but check that out. That's cool. And it goes a lot. And I haven't really shown off the dashboard enough. So let me show you one other tool that I think is just badass. Is up here under marketing tools is a content cluster generator. Now, I did one of these, I don't know, a while back, but let's do Pueblo home remodeling. You can choose one of the keywords from your rank tracker, and it's going to go review your content, and hopefully it works this time. Chris knew I was going to buy anyway, so my name wasn't even in the raffle. Oh, come on. Now, I should warn you before you wear Legiit merch, if you wear it in public, the women just will not leave you alone. Like, I know that'll be a new experience for you personally. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's funny. These do actually get like attention because when I go on I like to walk on the strip every night or most every night to like get my steps in and just, look at the scenery, if you know what I mean. And I do get people going, oh, that's a cool shirt, or hey, too legit to quit, stuff like that. So anyway, you can see it built out the different pillars of the cluster that you should make. And it gives you a pillar content and then like the supporting ones. And suppose that you don't like this one, you can just click regenerate. And it'll choose it again. And then you just go, where is it? Just go continue. And it tells you what's going to be included. And you just click, and there are credits that this will cost. But you can just click generate content. What is the link to get back to the Superstar SEO course? I haven't been able to get back to my account. If you mean Superstar SEO Academy, that hasn't been updated in quite some time, but you can go to superstarseoacademy.com. Or if you want my most up-to-date like training and stuff, you can check out the new community that I did with Gregory Ortiz and Greg Morrison, which is the Automation and Marketing Society. And you can check that out at superstarseo.com/AMS. So either of those, but if you buy in the past, which it sounds like you do, I'm not sure which Chris I'm talking to, unfortunately, but superstarseoacademy.com should get you there. Again, that's no longer updated or anything like that. So just, full disclosure. It's like we got about 8 or 9 people on, and it says 24 on X, but I think that just counts the number of impressions and not how many people are actually watching. This does not add images. I don't know why it says that. Yeah, I think that's a bit more a bit unlike me at the moment. I think it's a bit more clever. What are your favorite SEO tools and software that you use the most? Well, you're looking at my favorite SEO tool and the one that I use the most by a long shot. That's the dashboard. Beyond that, I would say Ahrefs would be the number 2. But we have Screaming Frog built right into this bad boy right now. I was almost going to say this B word, but Accelerator course is new. It's not really a course, but yeah, that is new as well. Hello, Tay on TikTok. Hello, Sheila on TikTok. It's like the only place where I get any women in my audience, except for you, Shannon, of course. I like Sis says, hey, Chris, any plans to update Superstar SEO Academy? No. The other coaches are no longer part of it, and all my training now will go into AMS. Awesome new features on the Legiit site. By the way, it looks like I have some catching up to do. All the best. Always a pleasure. Thanks for your message the other day, by the way. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's funny. The reason that we built the audit tool that I just showed a minute ago, the way that we did was when we were deciding to make a new audit tool, because we had an old one and we just didn't like it that much. Then the reason that we went the direction that we did is I asked a bunch of people what their favorite SEO audit tool was. And to my surprise, the overwhelming majority of people said Screaming Frog. And I'm not surprised because that's not a good tool, because it is. But I was surprised because you don't hear it about it that much, or at least I didn't think you did. I feel like it's kind of like the unsung hero of SEO tools or something like that. So invite Jay Shetty to join your live. That would be kind of cool. All right. This is generating 8 2,000 word articles, so it does take a few minutes. So, you have to be a little bit patient, which I know is not the strength of many of us, including myself. But yeah, let's close out the AI assistant. I'm tired. What's up, Jonathan? Let's see. Well, patience. But you can all hear, by the way, and we have lots of other tools in here. We got Audit and Legiit Lead and Leads and Snapped and Caption Box. Under here, we got a bunch of like, these are pretty small tools, but they're stuff that can help you. And it's stuff that I have personally built. When I say personally, I mean vibe coded. It's not like I know how to code. My computer science degree was money well spent. And we'll have some more in there as well in the future. We got our agency directory, which I haven't gone through and approved, but because there's a lot of shit agencies out there right now. And we added this so we can point to some that we know are good. So there's that. I am running out of ways to keep there from being an awkward silence while this finishes. So I'm going to take a sip of my too late in the day, probably beverage. All right. Well, let's see. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start doing some more of these live streams. The only thing that is holding me back is it's like I'm on the West Coast now, and it's hard to do it at a time that works well. Although I'm considering I didn't announce this in advance, this one is doing fairly well. But as soon as this finishes, and it's taking longer than I would have thought, we're probably going to wrap up because there's people are dipping off now, and it's getting on towards 8 o'clock over on the East Coast. But I'm glad everyone showed up. Sunday flavors. Finally. You can see it gives you the title, the meta description, and it's putting in extra line breaks, so we'll have to clean that up for you. But it gave you exactly what you need for a full content cluster around the topic, and you can do it'll show you what links to put into it, like what internal links to use and what external links to use, FAQs, the metadata. It gives you everything you need to create, I guess, let's see, 2,200, 1,800. So that's 4,000. That's 5,700, 67, 73, 83, 88, 98, 108. So like 10,000. So it's like 11 or 12,000 words that generated in a few minutes. So Expert Launch said, really neat that you have your own tools at Legiit. I need to check out your website and more and sign up. Yeah. And by the way, it's free for 7 days. And then it's $7 a month for one site, or there's other plans as well. Where is the pricing URL? I'll just go to /pricing. It's going to look different for me because I'm already signed up, but we have annual plans as well. But it's the one site plan is you get a 7-day free trial. And then it's $7 a month, and that gets you access to everything that we've shown today and then some. And then if you need more, you can get the Legiit Plus plan or the agency plan as well. And the idea is to make it as easy as possible for you to figure out what you need, like what services you need, or we're trying to switch to calling them offers instead of services. But yeah, see, like this is picked for you. This is top rated. But if you go into, let's say, recommendations, for example, I don't have any recommendations at the moment, but if you go to guides, and I'm going to build in my SEO guide into here as well. I haven't done it yet. You can go in here and it'll tell you like everything you need to do to set up for a particular task, things like that. And then there is, why would it? I see. Which tab is it? Is it technical? I guess it's recommendations, but I've done all my recommendations. That's why it's not showing. So let's go to a different site. Let's choose, I haven't looked at this one in a while. I should have some recommendations here. Yeah, this is not what I was looking for though. You can add stuff to your to-do list if you want. So visibility. This is a cool one that I didn't show. I mean, it's not a good example for the site because I don't have anything connected, but let's go back to this one. Whew, it's a cool day here. It's only 94 right now. But if you click analyze with AI, and we'll just refresh, it's going to like go through each keyword and tell you what you can do to improve that specific keyword. Like the ranking for that specific keyword. So there's that. Let's see what recommendations it has. There's that. You can connect your Google Analytics and your Search Console. I don't know why. Well, I guess I never set up analytics for the site. It'll show you your backlinks. That's interesting. I wonder what that is. Huh. It'll recommend services that you can use. So like the whole idea is, well, if I'm being perfectly transparent, the whole idea is to keep you on the site forever. But the idea is to make it as easy. This is what I was looking for. As easy as possible for you to figure out like what you need. So you can come in here to tasks, and this is kind of like a task list of stuff that you need to do. And it'll tell you to help you find an expert to do it, or you can complete it, or you can skip it. And it gives you like an AI suggestion on that as well. So, we're trying to be a full service platform rather than the end of the sentence, rather than just a marketplace, because we want to give businesses everything they need to succeed. So like this will go out and find who is like the right person for this sort of thing. So we just want to make it as easy as possible for you, And you have your own tasks if you want it, and then completed, so on. So yeah, and again, $7 a month. So let me just go ahead and put that in the here. Legiit.com dashboard. We'll just throw that on the screen. So you can check that out whenever you have time. Now, we only have about 6 people left. Oh no, I guess about 8 people left on, unless there's some other people on Twitter. So if you have any last minute questions, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the day and then go. So I'm going to try to come back tomorrow. If you were to register a new domain, would you prioritize using your keyword-rich domain? I'm starting a nonprofit and planning SEO around it. If I'm doing a nonprofit, I would probably, well, I don't know. I'm guessing, I think, have I talked to you before, Expert Launch? Were you the one with the vet, the animal nonprofit? Either way, I don't know. I think that the name is going to be more important. I actually have a nonprofit of my own that I'll show you, and I did not plan SEO for it at all. Okay, I thought so. I just didn't recognize your username. I would go with a branded name. That's what I did for my nonprofit. That's okay. Just go ahead and subscribe, ESG Marketing, and we'll be doing this more often. Nothing, by the way, has helped my business over the years more than these live streams. So I guess got to be consistent. It's just hard to well, anyway. Yeah, no, I have a nonprofit that I'm very proud of. I haven't gotten to do a lot with it yet, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. So I would go with a branding name personally. Because I don't know. I can't imagine there's a lot of people looking for like SEO value in nonprofits to help animals or whatever. And I don't remember the specifics. I know it had to do with animals, but I don't remember beyond that. I'm sorry for that. I just, anyway, just found you now. That's all right. I guess I should go ahead and do that. I'm always told that if you tell people to subscribe, they're more likely to. So if you enjoy these live streams and if you want to check out my channel in general, I'd appreciate it. But just go ahead and it's chrismwalker.tv. But let me put it on the screen. I always get a kick out of seeing people's YouTube homepage because it tells you what they're interested in. And yeah, so you can go over to videos, which is where the videos are. But you can just click for, if you want to do it in one click, you just go to chrismwalker.tv. And that'll redirect you to the channel where you can subscribe easily. So my last 2 videos have clunked, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. But yeah, so check that out. Putting out lots of cool stuff. At least I think so. So I'd appreciate a subscribe if you feel so inclined. But I think that will do it. We've been here for about 45 minutes, which is pretty good considering this was unplanned. Yeah, I'll try to do it tomorrow. I don't really have any appointments tomorrow, which is a fucking miracle, to be honest. But that's it. Thanks for showing up, everyone. Check out Legiit. Check out the dashboard. Subscribe to my channel. Do all the things. But more important than any of that is figure out what you want out of life and go out and get it, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the world. I'll see you again soon. Peace.